awards. What has it meant as an offensive coordinator to have that kind of line to work with the last couple of years?
It's been phenomenal. Obviously, it's a huge advantage because everything always starts up front. And a great offense, you have to have balance. You have to be able to run the ball and throw the ball. And in order to throw the ball, you have to be able to protect the quarterback. And having a great O-line allows you to do both of those things equally. And we've had a lot of success this year in doing both, being able to throw it when we have to and run the clock out when we have to as well. And that really started 4 or 5 years ago with the development of a lot of good young players. And again, I think all the credit goes to Coach Greg Fry and what he's done with those guys. And the players have bought in and they continue to work hard.
You ever watch film and say, "Wow, this is a special line we're working with"?
Oh yeah, no, we realize that, and as coaches, what we're hoping is that success will breed success, and the young guys will see how this hard work has helped these older guys, and hopefully this thing just steamrolls and keeps on rolling.
I don't know if you guys really game plan for specific players or anything like that, or I don't know if you've seen, but their guy Cash, ACC Defensive Player of the Year, is going to miss the bowl game with an injury. How does that affect what you guys do? Do you look at that?
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to change anything that we do schematically. I think he's a great player, and once again, Big Ten East football defenses are going to have great players, so what we have to do is always be aware of where those guys are, but we don't necessarily change what we do. And I just found out a little bit ago, so I don't think it's really going to change our game planning. But again, it's unfortunate for him. He's a great player, would have been a great matchup. But, at the end of the day, we need to focus on what we're doing and get our guys playing hard and go execute on game day.
And how because obviously you guys kind of had that week after the Purdue game for guys to get their legs back, guys to kind of be able to relax. Have you guys been able to kind of shake off the rust after that?
A little bit, yeah, and I think that's what these last few days have been for, is really just to get timing back and just to get the pads cracking again. Get yourself back going, like you're saying, just with a conditioning level and a mental sharpness. And we've done that. Now we need to keep it going. I think there's a fine line to make sure that you don't peak too soon, but at the same time, you make sure you're ready to play on game day.
Michael Cooper was talking about how he takes pride in being a run tight end, a run blocking. How nice is that to have when the guy's not worried about his yards or catches? And I'll just go run blocking.
I can't say enough great things about Michael Cooper. I honestly think he's our MVP. And I know we have Jordan Howard, who's a great player, and Nate Sudfeld, and Spriggs, and Feeney. But I think, because we got to a point where a lot of our tight ends were hurt, and Michael Cooper really battled through an ankle injury for about 3 or 4 weeks, really playing on one foot. And, man, he's an unselfish kid. All he wants to do is win. He'll do whatever it takes to help his team in any way. And he's been phenomenal. I wish we had him for 3 more years.
Was part of kind of playing through that pain just because you guys were so thin at that position?
No doubt. He had to go. And he wanted to go. I mean, he saw his role that he was going to play a lot, and he had to go do it, and he did. And he not only did he played at a very high level. He made a big-time catch against Iowa to get us in the end zone, made a great catch against Maryland in the end zone, huge third-down catches, not only blocking at the point of attack. So, yeah, I think he realized he had to go play, and he played at a high level.
And with Nate, obviously, he prepares every week. Really hard and everything, watches film and everything like that. Is there kind of a danger in having 3 weeks to game plan? Is there a danger of him maybe over-preparing or overthinking?
I don't know that you can ever over-prepare. Sometimes you can try to do too much as coaches. I think sometimes we can draw up too many cute schemes. But as long as we keep things simple, do what we do, and Nate will have the film down. He'll have him study pretty well, and hopefully he'll play well on game day.
Kevin, how much work has Jordan Howard been able to do here in practice? And if he isn't able to go, do you just fall back on some of the game planning that you did against Maryland and Purdue with Devine?
Right, that's a great question. I know Coach Wilson handles questions about injuries. Okay. From our standpoint, we'll play whoever's out there, whether it's Devine, whether it's Andrew Wilson. To us, it doesn't matter. We've had a lot of production without Jordan Howard in the game. Yeah. If he plays, that's great. That helps our team. If he doesn't, those other guys will pick up the flag, and we'll just keep rolling. It doesn't change what we do.
Can you put into perspective what Nate has meant to this program?
I don't know if I can, I say that very sincerely because you're looking at a 4-year starter, really 3.5 years because he got hurt. But man, just a kid who has almost put an entire program on his back from a leadership standpoint, from him having to play well every single week to give us a chance to win, and for the most part he has. Again, I go back to Michael Cooper. This football team is really important to Michael Cooper. This team is really important to Nate Sudfeld as well, and it's important to Feeney and Spriggs, and that's why I've had success. These seniors have bought in. They've taken ownership of it. So I'm going to miss Nate. I don't know if I can put it into words, but he's certainly meant a lot.
What changes about playing football in a baseball stadium? Does it change? Does anything change? Like, do you have to tell the players, okay, it's
No.
gonna look a little different?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not, I played a game in Wrigley Field one time where the field was actually too short. So at that point, it did change because there was one corner of the end zone that we lost. I think here the dimensions are going to be just fine. Other than just being in a different arena, I don't know that anything that we do is different. But we'll see when we get there.